Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cyclones will put total leather to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play-action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on! They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So Iowa State's offense will have its first possession of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position. And these are two of the best in the entire country.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Beck. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Looking for a man, it's Manning. He'll heave it deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll get rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Wingo. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Looking downfield on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's a nice end to this 1st half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Beck saved his best for last in 2024. 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win. Unfrosted still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. To the air, it's Beck. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. with the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Slams ahead. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw, and not much time to work with. Here comes the heat. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Kick is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here's the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making. The defense makes him pay, and now they're giving it back to their offense with a chance to kick a field goal here and win.
Complete to the left. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
They get the